are swirling that Selena Gomez might be on Ozempic, but what's really going on? Let's set the scene. It's a quiet Tuesday. You're scrolling Instagram with one hand while the other is balancing a dangerously full cup of iced coffee, and suddenly, bam! A mirror selfie from Selena Gomez pops up on your feed. She's rocking a sleek black tube top, rare beauty glowing in the background. But instead of fans obsessing over the new lipstick shade or the perfect glossy hair moment, all eyes laser in on one thing: her midsection. Slim, defined, unexpectedly different. And just like that, the internet does what the internet does best: spirals into a frenzy. Rumors explode, DMs fly, comment sections turn into detective agencies. And the word of the hour? Ozempic. Yes, the same weight loss injection that's been dominating Hollywood chatter faster than you can say celebrity wellness routine. But here's the million-dollar question. Is Selena Gomez really on it, or are we all just falling into another cycle of celebrity body speculation that says more about us than it does about her? Grab your metaphorical popcorn or kale chips if you're trying to keep it on brand, because this story is about more than one selfie. It's about fame, body image, health battles, and the way we, as fans, can sometimes forget there's a real person behind the pixels. Please don't forget to subscribe and like this video. It is free and help us bring you enjoyable content. And of course, watch till the end. Now, let's rewind a little. Selena Gomez isn't new to public scrutiny. In fact, she's lived her entire adult life under a microscope so high-powered it could probably detect the calories in her Starbucks order. From Disney starlet to pop sensation, from tabloid headlines to a raw, soul-bearing documentary, My Mind and Me, Selena has always existed in a world where her body isn't just hers. It becomes a topic of conversation for millions. And that's where things get complicated. Because while some celebrities brush off rumors with a coy smile or a no comment, Selena has never been afraid to address the noise head-on. She's clapped back at body shamers, opened up about lupus, and reminded people over and over that her worth isn't defined by her waistline. And yet, here we are again, circling back to the same exhausting question. Why does her weight matter so much to people who aren't her doctors, her loved ones, or, frankly, herself? But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's start with the facts. At the beginning of 2025, Selena shared some incredible news. Her lupus, the autoimmune disease she's battled for years, was officially in remission. For anyone who's followed her journey, this was huge. Lupus isn't just a random health hiccup. It's a lifelong condition that affects the immune system, often treated with medications like corticosteroids that can cause significant weight fluctuations. That's why, over the years, Selena's appearance has naturally shifted. Sometimes she looked fuller, sometimes slimmer, and she was open about how these changes affected her confidence. At one point, she even admitted she didn't always feel comfortable in her own skin. And who can't relate to that? Now, with her lupus quieting down, it makes sense that her body would also begin to find a new equilibrium. But instead of celebrating her health win, much of the internet fixated on the aesthetics. She looks thinner. What's her secret? Is it Ozempic? Now, silence from Selena doesn't mean she's ignoring the conversation. History has shown us that when it comes to body shaming, she's not afraid to step in and set the record straight. Take last November, for instance. She hit the red carpet for the premiere of Amelia Perez in LA. Wearing a gown that critics claimed was designed to hide her figure. The internet buzzed with snark, and within hours, Selena clapped back on Instagram with raw honesty. This makes me sick. I have SIBO in my small intestine. It flares up. I don't care that I don't look like a stick figure. I don't have that body. Mic drop. End of story. She reminded the world that she's human, not a mannequin, and if her health conditions cause her body to fluctuate, that doesn't mean she owes anyone an explanation. But here's the catch. As empowering as her words were, the internet has the memory of a goldfish when it comes to celebrity gossip. Fast forward just a few months, and we're right back at square one. Same conversation, different outfit. Why does Selena's waistline spark think pieces, TikToks, and endless comment threads? The truth is, it's not really about her at all. It's about us. As fans, we project. We compare. We turn celebrities into mirrors, measuring our own insecurities against their curated images. And when someone like Selena, who has always been vocal about her struggles with confidence, body image, and chronic illness, suddenly looks different, our collective curiosity tips into speculation. We want answers, even if those answers aren't ours to demand. Still, let's play devil's advocate. Could Selena be on Ozempic? It's possible. After all, it's not illegal, nor is it inherently scandalous. In fact, some doctors do prescribe it for patients with autoimmune conditions, depending on their health needs. But there's also a simpler explanation. Maybe her body is just adjusting to life without heavy lupus medication. Maybe her energy has returned, motivating her to exercise more regularly. Maybe her fiancé Benny Blanco, who, by the way, is a total foodie and loves to cook, has been whipping up healthier meals for the couple. Maybe wedding prep has her feeling extra motivated to care for herself. Or maybe, just maybe, it's none of our business. Because here's the reality. Whether Selena is taking Ozempic, following a new fitness routine, or simply enjoying a natural shift in her health journey, it doesn't change who she is. It doesn't make her worth more or less. It doesn't define her artistry, her kindness, or her ability to make us all cry with one verse of "Lose You to Love Me." So, where do we go from here? For starters, maybe we remember that celebrities, no matter how famous, are still human beings. Selena isn't a character in a show we binge-watch for entertainment. She's a woman navigating health challenges, personal milestones, and yes, the same insecurities we all carry. The difference is, she has to do it with millions of strangers weighing in. Literally. And maybe instead of asking, is she on Ozempic, the better question is, why do we feel entitled to know? Because the truth is, whether she's shedding pounds from a prescription, from lifestyle changes, or from simply living her life, it's her body, her journey, her choice. And yet, as we reach this point, you might still be curious. You might be thinking, okay, but seriously, do you think she's on it? That's the tricky thing about rumors, they stick. Even when there's no confirmation, no evidence, no direct statement, the whispers keep circling. And maybe that's the real issue. Not whether Selena is on Ozempic, but why Ozempic has become the default explanation for any celebrity weight change. Why do we assume thinness can't happen without a prescription? Why do we reduce a person's entire health journey to one injection? These are the questions worth asking, not just about Selena, but about the culture we've built around fame and beauty. So, what's really going on with Selena Gomez? The honest answer is simple. She's living her life. She's healthier than she's been in years. Her lupus is in remission. She's preparing for her wedding. She's building a beauty empire. And she's continuing to use her platform to speak up about mental health and body image. Whether Ozempic plays a role in that story or not is irrelevant. What matters is that she's thriving, she's honest, and she refuses to let body shamers dictate how she feels about herself. And maybe, just maybe, that's the takeaway we all need to sit with. Because in a world obsessed with appearances, Selena Gomez is reminding us of something far more important: the strength it takes to own your story, no matter how many people try to rewrite it for you. So the next time you see that mirror selfie resurface on your feed, resist the urge to jump into the Ozempic rabbit hole. Instead, think about what that picture really represents: a woman who has battled illness, endured public scrutiny, and still has the courage to share herself with the world. That's not an Ozempic selfie. That's a resilience selfie. And honestly, that's a lot more inspiring than any headline about injections. Now, I'll toss the question back to you. Dear reader, what do you think is more important, the speculation about how Selena looks, or the reality of what she's been through? If this article made you rethink the way we talk about celebrity bodies, share it with someone who needs the reminder. Because the truth is, until we change the conversation, we'll keep repeating the same cycle. And maybe it's time we finally break it.